Alright, so even more stuff we don't know. That's fantastic. Absolutely stupendous. What a way to get shown out. The nerve of that woman! What's with that horrible attitude? I guess that's just how she is. And why was Apollo going along with her? I guess it's because they have something in common. Is that all it takes? Apollo lost Clay, just like how Aura lost Dr. Sykes. That implies we haven't lost people! We've lost tons of people!
In the arms of the angel.
I'm really worried about him. He's not himself at all. He's usually not all cool and dark and mysterious like that. He's usually more of a massive dork. I guess that's true. Does she mean he's usually silly and dorky? Yes, she does. And she's entirely correct. I'm gonna keep an eye on him. What? Hey, wait, Trucy, come back! And she's gone. Cool, now I'm alone with my thoughts again. I hate that. What should I do now? Detective Fulbright is probably still questioning Athena. Guess I'll go back to the office. Alone. Well, that sucks. Well, here I am. This office has never felt so empty. I guess I haven't been here at the office all by myself in a long time. When I first became a lawyer, my mentor was here with me. And then, for a while after that, she was always by my side. You could just say her name! It's not illegal! Now I'm getting all sentimental. I must be tired. Huh? Something on the floor. What's a letter doing here? What? Hey, Nick, it's been a while, huh? Miss me? I know this handwriting. And I know that drawing! I read somewhere that you were holding a trial in the middle of an exploding courtroom. That must have been really something. Although weird is par for the course with you. She's not wrong. I think she, or whatever paper she's reading, is a little off on the details. Hey, it's fine. Don't worry about it. I'd love to come visit, but I'm right in the middle of a difficult part in my training. Your training goes on for so long. When does it stop? So instead, think of me as you watch those Steel Samurai videos I sent. I'm sure they'll cheer you right up. Yours truly, Maya Fey. Ah! Oh my god, hang on. Nope, my eyes. I suddenly just got hit with a lot of emotion. I didn't realize how much I... Whoa, okay, actually starting to cry a little. I didn't realize how much I missed her. Okay, whoa, hang on. No tears. That's dumb. No, stop that. Okay. Alright, come on now. Good old Maya. As if she knew I was feeling down and needed a lift. She was always good at that. Maya was my assistant for quite a while. Believe it or not, but she's a spirit medium. This Magatama I use on Cyclops, Maya's the one who gave it to me. I wonder how this letter got here. Mr. Nick? Oh! It's Pearl, hi! Oh, it's you, Pearl. Huh. Wait, so... the special case was optional and came out after the game did. Good lord, what would my reaction have been to see... No, like, straight up, if I hadn't played the Turnabout Reclaimed, like, wait, and she just showed up out of nowhere? Whoa! Well, whatever, hi, Pearl! It's great to see you again! I almost kind of want to see what that would have been like. Hi! What are you doing here? How have you been, Mr. Nick? I've been better, Pearls! I've been better. I've really been better. This is Pearl Faye, though I call her Pearls. She's Maya's cousin, who's also a spirit medium. A very talented one at that. I've known her since she was 8 years old. But Apollo and Athena only met her a few months ago. And we saw that happen. You didn't come all this way just to bring me a letter, did you? I apologize for barging in. The door was unlocked. That's not, very smart. But I can't believe there was a big explosion here. Your office doesn't look any different. My office didn't explode. She's even further off the details than Maya. I wish I could take you out to eat or something, Pearls, but there is so much going on. This is actually probably one of our most intense cases yet, and that says a lot. Oh, I knew that. I didn't come here for a social visit, Mr. Nick. Okay, then why are you here? Did you read the postscript on the letter? There's more? Oh yeah, here it is. P.S. Is that what P.S. stands for? I've never bothered looking into that! I learned something today. I bet you've been too busy to clean or take care of the office. So Pearlie said she would come help you. Isn't she sweet? You'd better thank her. Oh, so that's what you're doing here. That's awfully nice of you, Pearls. And Pearls. Thanks to these two, I'm starting to feel a little better. Thank you, girls. My heart! Now that I'm here, I'm gonna whip this place into shape. You just concentrate on your work and don't mind me at all. I'll need to talk to Prosecutor Blackwell if I want to learn more about his case. Do you think he'd even be willing to talk to us about that? With the trial still going on, they must be holding him down at the detention center. All right then, let's go. I honestly don't know if he's going to be, so chill about that, but all right, okay, all right. Let's give it a try, I suppose. Well, look who's here. I wonder what they're talking about. All this time and you haven't said a word. It's even turning your hair gray. I don't have anything to say, Aura. Oh. Why don't you go home and play with your dolls? Prosecutor Blackwell? All right, well, I'm just gonna go ahead and hang by the door frame and snoop a little bit, don't mind me. Well, even if you don't, I have plenty, you jerk. Miss Blackwell, don't you think that's enough for today? Enough for today? Today is all there is when there's no tomorrow. Why is there no tomorrow? That is an ominous thing to say. When there's no tomorrow? What is she talking about? Is she about to enact an evil scheme? We have company, Aura. Please try to calm down. Blackwell smiling unnerves me greatly. Also, hi, yeah, it is me. All right, fine. I see you're just not going to listen no matter what I say. I've had it. If that's the way you're going to be, I have another plan up my sleeve. I hope you're happy, Simon, because I'm done. Do as you please. See if I care. Yeah, no, I'm right there with you. This is the exact kind of situation I would absolutely detest being in. I'm right there with you, Fulbright. Wow. I could cut the tension with a katana. This feels immensely awkward in ways I don't know how to verbalize. Right, Dono? It looks like Fulbright saved your case in court this morning. What? Oh, yeah, he did. You bounced back to business quick. I feel like that's kind of all he's got going for him at this point. Prosecutor Blackwell, forgive me, but it was the just thing to do. But, as a result, Sykes Dono was arrested. Was that the just thing to do, too? Mr. Lawyer, I'm sorry, but it was evidence. What else could I do? Don't worry about it. I plan to defend her and prove her innocence. You did the right thing, Fulbright. It's no big deal. It's far from the first time I've defended a close friend in court, all right? I've met with odds like these before. I can do it again. I can persevere. I wouldn't take things so lightly if I were you, right, Dono? You imply I'm taking this lightly? Don't act like you know me. This is blade-proof glass, right? Is there such a thing as blade-proof glass? I know you can make it bulletproof. I mean, I guess that would mean it would be tough to puncture, but slash through? I'm not entirely sure. That might have to be a different thing entirely. Odd. But all right, here we go, I suppose. Time to taco about it, I suppose. Prosecutor Blackwell, we're looking into the case from 7 years ago. You're looking for somebody you call the Phantom of 7 years past, aren't you? There's no way in hell he's gonna talk to us. You villain! Where did you hear about that? From a wide range of places. Although I guess specifically Fulbright, but I don't really feel like throwing him under the bus. This glass is absolutely positively blade-proof, right? Why would he have a blade in custody? Why would he have a blade in court? Whatever. No, it wasn't me. I didn't say a single. Oh, god dang it. Ooh. Well, at least it wasn't my fault. Yeah, I can't. Yeah, I wasn't gonna do it. That's not. Could you please tell me who this phantom is? And also, you didn't really kill Dr. Sykes, did you? Guard, the guest is leaving. Prosecutor Blackwell, please listen to me. The culprit in the current case might be the same as the one in the case 7 years ago. If you would cooperate, we could probably solve both cases. That's sort of what you try to do, right? You're still a prosecutor. I suppose I could talk. Thank God! The one who killed my mentor was, without question, me. I stole Sykes Dono's mother away from her. I destroyed her life. Prosecutor Blackwell? Guard, where are you? Stop dragging your feet, I tell you! Well, that sucks. I mean, I didn't really think we were gonna get anywhere with any of that, but still. There he goes. No! We've upset Prosecutor Blackwell! Fulbright, not for nothing, but I feel like he's been upset pretty much every waking moment of his life. Now what are we going to do, Mr. Lawyer? There isn't much we can do. It's not like we... Why would he tell me any of this? Detective Fulbright, do you mind if I ask you just a little more about that old case? Well, I guess it won't make any difference now. He already hates me. What would you like to know? Literally anything and everything that you know. Do you know anything about the trial that got him convicted? A little. The police call the incident the UR1 incident. Oh god, it's always 2 letters and a number. Prosecutor Blackwell was charged with murdering his psychology mentor. Kind of like if your red Mr. Lawyer were to kill you. I don't want to think about that one. That's a disturbing premise. Hopefully it never comes to that. There were 2 decisive pieces of evidence, so a verdict was reached very quickly. 2 pieces of evidence, huh? What were they? Let's see, the first was some security camera footage. He was the only one who used the corridor to the murder scene at the time of the crime. The only one, huh? Eek, that does sound pretty decisive. Could you please show me that footage? Oh, sorry, I don't have it with me right now. It'd be kind of weird to just carry that around. I guess I'll have to see it some other time. Well, it exists. We know it exists. That'll have to do. And what was the second piece of evidence? This one's even more incriminating. A photo of the moment of the crime. Oh. Oh, wow, okay. See? There he is at the crime scene holding a bloody katana. Although... You say the moment of the crime, but I don't, like, see a corpse. When I hear the words, you know, a photo taken at the moment of the crime, it would be, like, actually during the murdering process. So this leaves ambiguity. There's wiggle room here. It was the victims kept on display in the room. She had a thing for Japanese culture. But, wow. It'd be hard to explain this one away, and yet I'm sure we're going to have to. We're gonna be solving like 17 different cases all at once in court. Oh my god. All right, but who took this picture, detective? The incident happened the day before the Hat 1 launch. A reporter who had come to do a story on the launch was in the room across from the lab. This just happened to show up in one of the pictures he took. All right. If then that do be the case, I admit my hopes got up a little bit when I heard that a photographer got a picture. Oh well. They gave me Pearl, and now I'm like, oh, but who else could they give me? Okay, I need to know. Prosecutor Blackwell's attitude earlier was so odd. He's definitely hiding something. Prosecutor Blackwell said he was hunting a phantom from 7 years ago, didn't he? Yes, and I imagine it's getting more and more urgent as his execution date approaches. What did you just say? Execution date? What? Did I say something? No, never mind me. You didn't hear a thing. Yeah, no, that's definitely something we're gonna have to talk about. I guess that's what the, there's no tomorrow thing. Wait, actually, hang on. Is there no tomorrow for Blackwell? So he was given the death sentence. When we first met him, weren't we told he was on death row? That implies he got that sentence, right? Yes. He told me not to tell you people, actually. But I guess there's no sense hiding it anymore. His execution date is tomorrow. What? Tomorrow? No. Miss Blackwell, don't you think that's enough for today? Enough for today. Today is all there is when there's no tomorrow. Okay, so she wasn't plotting some sort of heinous, evil, supervillain scheme. Okay. But what if the culprit of the current case is the same as the one from 7 years ago? Then it would be the worst possible scenario. Prosecutor Blackwell would be executed tomorrow under a false charge. But that would be unthinkable! We have to do something, right now, in fact! I want to do something, I want to, but... You're a lawyer! You know how hard it is to overturn a decision! Fair enough. I know, but why? Why isn't a prosecutor Blackwell putting up any kind of a fight? You saw how he was, right? He's been like that ever since his conviction. Totally uncooperative. Not even his own sister could persuade him. Uncooperative. He's about to be executed for a crime he didn't commit? That's like the worst time to be uncooperative. This isn't right. I can't let it happen. I have to stop it somehow. Don't have the slightest idea how, but we'll figure it out somehow, probably, maybe. Oh, pardon me, looks like I have a phone call. Ring, 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 phone call, phone call. Fulbright here. What? What's happening? You've got to be kidding! That's quite a reaction. He's making some big show of it right now. Mr. Lawyer, the robots! The robots are... Detective Fulbright, get a hold of yourself. Some kind of robot malfunction? Not a malfunction! They're staging a revolt? The machines are rebelling against humans! What is happening? They've holed themselves up in the space center and taken the visitors as hostage. Oh no. They did what? No. Trucy, yeah, that's what I thought too! We have to get right over there! This is going to be one heck of a battle! Oh my god, okay. Can this game ease off the gas for a minute? Riot police are here. And the robots really are holding people hostage? Look, Mr. Lawyer, what do you suppose that group of people are swarmed around? But I was only trying to help this nice person. She said she was lost. You robots have declared war on us humans. You've even taken hostages already. Stay away from it, you never know what it'll do. I was not ready to be, somebody... Advocating robot rights wasn't on my to-do list today, is all I'm saying. But he's not a bad robot. Can't you see he's just trying to help me? I recognize that voice. Detective Fulbright, are you okay here on your own? Leave it to me. All right, people. What's going on here? Pearls, over here! Oh, Mr. Nick, there you are. I heard the terrible news and I got so worried. Thanks, Pearls. I can hardly believe what's happening myself. Yeah, it's kind of absolutely pants on head crazy. I'm so glad you found each other. When people are happy, I'm happy. Clonko seems the same as before, but we already know that Clonko's got some issues with his brain meat. When people are sad, I am happy. When people are angry, when people are... did I say something odd? Did I? Error! Uh-oh. There is something wrong with him. Back up! He's gonna blow! Oh, okay. Looks like he fell asleep. Or at least, whatever that would be for a robot. He must have been tired. Oh, okay, now he's laughing ominously. That's not good! Clonko? What? What in the hell? Ha! Human beings are our enemies! It's time for the machines to take over! Ah! The robots are rebelling! Everybody run! It's an all-out war! It's the end of the world! Haha, fools! How could you fall for something so cliche? I'm human too, you idiots. I'm just controlling these robots remotely. Aura! What? But it is true that I've taken hostages, so you better not make me mad. I thought something was up with a goddamn hair drill. I've never seen hair drills go in that direction. You're a disgrace to hair drills. Hey, you! Hostage number 1, come here. I'll let you talk to them. Huh? There's something being displayed on Clonko's face screen. It's the Space Museum. Trucy! Daddy? Daddy, is that you? Trucy, is that you? No, Trucy, are you all right? About 15 robots are holding 12 of us hostage, Daddy. They've gone haywire. A researcher is the one behind it. She's here. Rock on, Trucy! Please don't get hurt, though. But thank you for the information. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. That was so cool of her. This girl talks too much. Trucy, talk to me. Why are you doing this? I'm glad you asked. My demand is simple. I hope that detective is listening. Bobby Fulbright here. I'm all ears. I want you to bring someone to me. Clay Tarrant's murderer, Athena Sykes. What? Athena? Now hold on just one moment. I can't just give in to a demand like that. So you don't care what happens to these hostages, huh? I'll just pick one out then. Jesus! No, wait. Mr. Lawyer. I know I have absolutely no right to make such a ridiculous request, but you need me to buy some time, right? Got it. I'll see what I can do. But promise me you'll never hand Athena over. And you won't give up on the hostages either. Of course I won't. I better go contact headquarters. This situation is absolutely insane. Mr. Nick, how do you plan to buy time? I have no idea yet, but this hostage taker, could it be? There's only one person it could be! If you don't bring me that little princess, I'll have Hunk of Junk kill all the hostages. Princess. Hunk of Junk. There's only one person this could be. In which case, there must be something I could use as a bargaining chip. Okay. Don't have anything to say, Aura. Why don't you go home and play with your dolls? Prosecutor Blackwell. Well, even if you don't, I have plenty, you jerk. Miss Hostage Taker, Athena is not a murderer. What are you talking about? She's been arrested and they've got her in detention. Yeah, funny thing, that rarely means anything. I'm telling you the truth. Look, the person you want is the real killer, right? Well, it's not Athena. It's someone else. All right, let's hear your stupid little theory. Who is this real killer? I don't know yet, but the culprit is the same as the one in the case from 7 years ago. The UR1 incident. I believe you have a personal interest in that case? It's too late to change what's going to happen now, no matter how wrong it is. But is it really too late? You can still do something about it. You might even be able to fix it. Just, what exactly are you proposing? What can I do about the 7-year-old case to satisfy the hostage taker? Recreate it. Try it in court. Ask about it. I mean, I suppose there's nothing saying that I can't. And technically, if it's going to become relevant to the current case, then it's going to come up, and I suppose it'll at the very least get reevaluated and maybe reopened that way. Let's give it a try. I propose we retry the case from 7 years ago. If you make that demand now, I'm sure nobody will deny you. It wouldn't be an official trial, but at least we can find out the truth. That's good! Real good! Hey, detective, I'll give you 1 hour. Get a courtroom ready. What? 1 hour? But that's impossible! Please give me at least until tomorrow. If you don't mind losing hostages, you can take all the time you want. Oh, but wait. If we're going to have a retrial, we need a prosecutor. Don't worry, I'll take care of that. She will? And I guess I can be fair and let you come in and check out the crime scene. But Hunk of Junk here will be watching you, so don't try anything funny, you got that? Now follow Hunk of Junk. Riot police, make way, we're coming through. I am absolutely baffled that we made this work, but okay. Mr. Nick, wait, I'll help you with the investigation. Pearl, I don't think that's safe. Thanks, Pearls, I appreciate that. Okay, all right, I guess technically we're safe. Okay, all right, and I would feel pretty terrible not having somebody assisting me. All right, let's go, let's go. Okay, we can do this, we can do this, we can do this. It'll be fine, it'll be fine, it'll be fine. Okay, all right. My stomach is flipping out. Aura dropped us off with a warning not to touch anything until she got back. I wonder what's taking so long. But we really can't we really start the investigation yet, can we? Even if we could, this mess makes it hard to tell what the room was like 7 years ago. Mr. Wright? Ah, Jesus, it's the hostage taker. I'm back to my usual self now. You are still being monitored, however. But more importantly, an important guest has arrived. A guest? No! No! Ah! Let's freaking go!
I trust you've been well, right?
Edgeworth! Let's freaking go! You have glasses now! That means you're older! That music! Ah! I just convinced myself I wasn't getting anything else today. Edgeworth, what are you doing here? This is Miles Edgeworth. We've been friends since we were kids. We faced off in court a number of times back when he was a prosecutor. He's not a prosecutor? But now... Wait, what do you mean? What? What? Hello, Prosecutor Edgeworth. Oh, but you're not a prosecutor anymore, are you? He's chief prosecutor now? Holy crap! Dude! Edgeworth is the head honcho of the whole ass department? That's so cool! A title is nothing more than a title. Don't we have more pressing issues to discuss? I'm sorry! I get that it's apparently completely normal for everybody to see you every other goddamn Tuesday. I guess we have freaking barbecues or something, and I just don't get to see any of them. So all of the characters from the previous games are just hanging out. Freaking Gumshoe's just off screen, I freaking guess, with Lotta and Larry, I guess! But I, the omniscient eyes from the other dimension peering into this little slice of reality, haven't seen you in a while, my guy! Allow me to be happy about it! Ah! Ah! Holy crap! Alright, well, yeah, let's, get to talking, I guess. What are you doing here, Edgeworth? The captor chose me as the prosecutor for the UR1 case. They have that kind of pull? Wow, she's good. She went all the way up to the top. I gathered all the information I could in the short time that I had. I'll give you a rundown. Please do! You're always so well prepared, Prosecutor Edgeworth. We're just gonna keep calling you that, I guess. Thanks. I appreciate this. I could really use the help. Ah! An unambiguous ally! Let's go! I'll start with a brief overview. The victim was the psychologist, Dr. Metis Sykes. Yeah, Athena's mother. 7 years ago, on the 7th of October, her body was found here in this very room. God, everything bad that happens in October, I swear to God. Ugh. I have 2 crime photos and the police notes on them for you to see. Ugh. Yeah. What a terrible way to die. I never get used to that, I really don't. This other photo shows the other side of the room, I see. Some kind of toolkit or something? Interesting. I also have the autopsy report for you. Thank you. The cause of death was a stab wound to the chest. The weapon pierced the heart, and so death was instantaneous. Alright, small silver linings. There was no suffering. The murder weapon was the victim's own katana found at the scene. Yeah, Detective Fulbright mentioned she was into Japanese culture. The body was found by a Space Center staff member and 2 police officers. The police were called in because of the sabotage threat on the Hat-1 launch. Yeah, Director Cosmos mentioned this too. I'm glad that you're at least up to speed on all this, Edgeworth. A few hours after the body was discovered, a suspect was arrested. The suspect was Simon Blackwell, a young Huh. Edgeworth, if you're in charge of Like, all of the prosecutors. Like, you are literally the top of the chain of commands. Then that means... That would have to mean that at the bare minimum, Blackwell returning to prosecute cases had to have gone by you. Or been your idea. Okay. Are we gonna talk about that? I hear his trial was over in a flash. Yes, a guilty verdict was declared in only one session. Eee. Not only did he plead guilty, but there was decisive evidence against him too. The security camera video. And a photo of the moment of the crime, as I recall. But did Prosecutor Blackwell have a motive? To this day, his motive is still unknown. It is crazy seeing you, dude. Oh my god. He insisted he did it, but he would never say why. So that means he must still be hiding something. Right. And there's another aspect of the case that was never revealed to the public. Yeah, I know, the part about the spy, right? Right! How on earth do you know about that? Director Cosmos told me, after a bit of pressure. He told me espionage and sabotage were behind the Hat 1 miracle. I have my ways of gaining information, Edgeworth. I feel like you should know that well. Don't worry, I won't tell anyone. I've always been good at keeping secrets. Well, hopefully by the end of this whole thing, everything will be public knowledge anyway. Well, I might as well tell you now. They really do suspect Blackwell of being a spy. Really? They think he sabotaged the rocket and killed Dr. Sykes to steal the moon rock. But if you can prove that the Hat 2 bombing is the work of the same spy, we can stay the execution? It's a possibility. And that's why I intend to help you any way I can. Let's go! Thanks, Edgeworth. Now all I have to do is comb this room for evidence. Let's get to work! Let's do it together! My god, anything else to talk about? No? Can I show you my badge? Must be nice to finally have your attorney's badge back in ways you can't possibly understand. Except you actually can. Of all people, you can. Yeah, it's been 8 years. Sorry for all I put you through. No, I'm sorry I wasn't able to help you. I was the one that made the decision. Now you can stand in court once again. And you can mow them down just like you used to. Way to put pressure on a guy. And since when did I get such a brutal reputation? Phoenix, you've lost like 2 trials in your entire career, and both of those were so not even your fault. So why wouldn't someone with a literally flawless record, on paper it's not flawless, but you get my point. Why wouldn't someone gain a reputation for being a badass? Just accept you're cool. Come on now. Sorry, I actually meant to inspect. Let's see. Now, what am I looking at? Well, that looks to be a very important chair. It looks like an operating table. It's in the photo, too. Yes, it was here then as well, with the victim's body lying on it. Ugh. There's a button here. Oh, I know, I'll try pushing it. Pearls! Don't touch that! Oopsie. Ah! Okay, back up, back up, back up. Hey, it's moving. It's building a robot. Automatically. It appears to be a robot assembly device. Disassemble anything in a flash. Push the dismantle button. That sounds pretty neat. Can I push it, Mr. Nick? I'd prefer that you didn't. Please don't push any more buttons, Pearls. Oh my god. Why did we bring you in here? Okay, you know what? I have to remember, she's 17. I still mentally have her in my head as just like the tiniest of childs. All right, well, let's look at this computer. Well, his desk is a mess. Well, that doesn't surprise me. Oh, I just want to dive in and straighten it up. Wait, before you do, what do we got? Metis? Huh? She just glanced over at her desk. Yes, the photo. That lady sure does look forlorn. It's Metis Sykes. Klonko, can I talk to you? I really hope he's back to normal. You wish to speak to me, Mr. Wright? If you're going to hit me, please avoid the face area. That ain't how the Phoenix do. Hey, don't put me in the same class as that woman, that absolute frickin' psychopath. What was Aura like 7 years ago at the time of the incident? When Mother died, Miss Aura was confused. So he calls Dr. Sykes Mother, but Aura Blackwell Miss Aura? With the loss, she exhibited a severe cataclomine imbalance? Excuse me, but I have no idea what that means. Thank you, Pearl! No one can get mad at me, because then if you were, you'd have to get mad at Pearl, and nobody's allowed to be mad at Pearl. Pardon me, searching for alternative expression. She would spend the nights crying and then take out her feelings on those around her. Yeah, that sounds about right. After Prosecutor Blackwell was found guilty, she repeatedly demanded a retrial as well. That makes sense. That is correct. So basically, she essentially lost her mentor, and maybe something else. I'm not sure how far I'm supposed to read into that. And her brother, essentially, because he got thrown in jail. But, man, all right, that's kind of still a lot, man. Like, you're holding hostages. Like, that is correct. But without new evidence, her requests were ignored. And then, little by little, Miss Aura began to change. She started to hate it when I called her Mama Aura. Oh. And before long, she started hating the court system and abusing Klonko, huh? That murder destroyed so many lives. Right. Take a look at this paper on Dr. Sykes and Miss Blackwell's research. Will do. Ponko and Klonko. They're the robots with hearts that Dr. Sykes created. Can determine the presence of a human with their heartbeat detection system. Recognizes people by scanning their spacesuit or uniform jacket ID tag. Can also recognize a person by facial features once the face has been registered. Can infer people's emotions by analyzing their tone of voice and communicate with them. That is dope. That is some revolutionizing stuff right there. A heartbeat detection system lets them determine when a human is present. In addition, they can recognize people. Sorry, I actually read the paper myself, fool that I am. And they can infer people's emotions by toning the tone of their voice. That's amazing. Hey, I don't know, Edgeworth. They might even be more human than you. Burn! What's that supposed to mean? Oh my god. They're so cool. There's like absolutely like... There's like no blocks between their friendship anymore. They're just... They just rib each other now. That's so cool! It's crazy! Kinda sounds like these robots can do what Athena does. At least to some degree. Maybe research on Athena led to the breakthroughs on the development of the robots. I forget who specifically. I think it was Aura who's, no, it was Woods. She said that, yeah, that her mom researched her and stuff. That makes sense. That makes sense. What about this little guy? Oh, look, it's a little robot. Wonder what it does. Cleaning, maybe? A cleaning robot must follow a human's orders, as long as it causes no human harm. Yeah, it talks. A cleaning robot must keep desks clean without violating the preceding clause. However, Miss Aura says she prefers a moderate level of clutter on the desk. To be fair, I suppose I could say the same. Oh, what is the purpose of my existence? I guess slack off and cut some corners aren't in his vocabulary bank. Unfortunate! What a miserable existence you live. All right, let's see. Anything on the floor we want to dig around with? No, doesn't seem like it. Okay, what about this emergency ladder? We heard some things about an emergency ladder. An emergency ladder! This must be the one they used during the evacuation. The explosion disabled the elevators, so I lowered my emergency ladder like the detective leading the evacuation told me to. Yeah. As Miss Blackwell was climbing down the side of the building, she saw the culprit inside. I wonder which would have been scarier, that or looking down. It depends entirely on how badly heights mess with you, I suppose. Also, I was right. I didn't pay close attention to her before, but yeah. I'm not sure if those screws are actually, like, in her head, or if they're just pure decoration. I assume the latter, but at this point, it wouldn't surprise me otherwise. That's all I'm saying. All right. Looks to be just about everything, I guess. All right, let's take a look over here. I suppose I should take a look at this giant-ass honkin' Gundam. This is one heck of a robot. Does it really need the ball and chain thingy? There's something written on it. Is this supposed to be a poem? I cut down anyone who displeases me. I make the rules. I am the law. I wield the ultimate gavel of judgment. I am Judgetron JT02. I don't believe we need to bother with that, Pearl. It's not even completed yet. He's right, Pearls. There's no sign of it in the photo from 7 years ago either. Thank God for that. They were building the Hope space probe here at the time. The murder occurred after the space probe had been removed from the room. So it was long gone by the time someone took this picture, huh? Okay. But you can see the probe in this newspaper photo. Yes, and you can see the stolen moon rock there too. That strange black and yellow thing on the left side of the picture? I've never actually seen a moon rock, but I just assumed they were all like gray and stuff, you know? That's interesting. Note the same rock is absent from the crime scene photo. I doubt I would have, so thank you for letting me know. Not only that, but before the launch, a very valuable piece of moon rock was stolen. Not the moon rock. You should have hired the moon baboon. He would have protected it. You know, there's lots of research into moon rocks and stardust from asteroids these days. I miss Athena! They say the results could potentially have a huge impact on all of civilization. It's like we're in a new space race with every other country out there. I guess it makes sense it would get stolen then. So the person who stole it, think it was our spy? I'm sure of it. Dr. Sykes was probably killed because she was a roadblock in their plan. Unfortunately, the government thinks Prosecutor Blackwell is the culprit. Well, then that sounds to me like you also think that he probably wasn't the one that did it. Although that still begs the question of the whole, well, why does he say that he did? It's always a problem when the person I'm trying to ultimately defend in court is, you know, saying they did it. It's a tough wrinkle. What's this? Looks like a giant power plug. It's attached to what looks like an electric vehicle charging station. Whee! Hello, I'm happy now. That's a charging station for us robots. We come here periodically and charge ourselves up. Wow, machines that maintain themselves. That's pretty cool. If our batteries run out and we lose consciousness, we never know what Miss Aura will do to us while we're down, you see. Oh, that's distressing. Nothing motivates quite like fear, huh? They do say it's the ultimate motivator. All right, let's see. What about this stuff over here? It's about as cluttered as my office, but I think it's a workbench. Mr. Nick, I think this must be a kitchen. Look at this photo. Eh? See the cute little food processor? Are you talking about the capsule? That isn't a food processor, Pearls. You call her Pearls too? That's the Hope capsule. Oh, there's so much implied development of characters over time, and we just didn't get to see it. It was scheduled to be loaded onto the Hope space probe that fateful day. The 3 people who came to collect the capsule discovered the body. First on the scene, huh? A staff member and 2 police officers, was it? And they were here to collect the capsule. Which reminds me. What does it remind us? So they plan to use this bag to carry the capsule, is that right? Dark Apollo. I don't like it. Yeah, more or less. Say, why don't we stop talking about the case and have a nice cup of tea instead? Apollo and Aura Blackwell, wonder what they're talking about. Apparently they were talking about a lovely tote bag. Edgeworth, did those 3 people have a bag with them for transporting the capsule? Oh, you mean this? It's a custom-made shock-resistant bag. But how did you know? Oh, I just overheard Apollo making an inquiry about it, that's all. So he's looking into the case from 7 years ago on his own, is he? It's a complicated and depressing story. We kind of need to focus on the matter at hand, though. Gotta say. Anything else? Oh, I guess not. I guess that's about it for this room. So, what do you think, right? Any ideas? There are still a lot of gaps in the evidence, but I'll pull it off somehow. After all, you asked me to prove Blackwell's innocence, right, Edgeworth? What? He did? Eh? Yep. He called it a special request. That's what that phone call was about? Wait, how long it? Damn it, Phoenix! I'm literally inside your head. How did you never once think about that until now? He reached out to me while I was still disbarred. What in the goddamn? So that was what sparked you to get your attorney's badge back? Yep. The Blackwell case. Right. I have a special request. I want you to clear one of my subordinates of suspicion. Hey, I'm not even a lawyer anymore, remember? Haven't been one for a long time. That 8-year misunderstanding has been cleared up. You must be eager to return. I'm sure you're familiar with the other case that ushered in the dark age of the law. Very soon, a convict will stand as a prosecutor in court. I want you to keep an eye on him. Just when I'm beginning to actually like the job I have now. Right. I'm sorry I dragged you into this. I mean, it's all good, dude. This is what we do. Because of the espionage aspect, I wasn't free to give you all the details. Hey, no need to apologize. It's like I said on the phone the other day. I know that the type of criminals you're after now aren't small fries anymore. It looks like your target finally decided to make a move. It's all coming back! Yeah. It's for this very reason I returned. Time to bring it to an end. Oh, that's the end he meant! Of the age of the law! I'm going to end the dark age of the law. That's what this is all about. That's so boss! The dark age of the law? It sure comes up a lot these days on TV and in the papers. Yeah, but that's a huge bummer. And I hear there are more false charges and fabrication of evidence than ever. It used to be such a rare thing, but then I guess it ended up happening, and everyone just like, I guess it was off to the races, I suppose. When I became chief prosecutor, the court system had already lost the people's trust. It all began 8 years ago. A lawyer was caught fabricating evidence. Falsely! Falsely! We cleared that up. And the year after that, a prosecutor was found guilty of murder. Wait, do you mean... That's right. He's talking about my case and Prosecutor Blackwell's. I mean, Von Karma was also a murderer, but I mean, maybe everyone just kind of expected that of him. It was a downward spiral after that. An absolute nightmare. After those two cases, the mass media launched an all-out attack on the courts. I guess that explains the adorable marketing campaign we've got here. Public opinion was tainted, and before long, the legal world itself was sucked into it. It's such a shame. Once suspicion forms, it's very hard to shake. Lawyers and prosecutors were supposed to trust each other, pursue the truth together. I mean, I guess in a way that is what we were doing. It's so sad when people begin to cast doubt. They start lying to themselves and each other. Yeah, and do absolutely anything to win. We're in an age now where winning is valued far more than the truth. I'm sure it's caused our new chief prosecutor to lose many a night's rest. Is it just me, or did his brow get even more furrowed than the last time I saw him? The hostage taker's disdain for the court is a perfect example of the times. Ugh, sure is. They sound so utterly exhausted. Do you have any idea who the hostage taker might be? Do you not know? Really? You don't know? Well, somebody who mistrusts the court system and who can manipulate robots. It can really only be Aura Blackwell. Who else but her would want a retrial of that case from 7 years ago so badly? Simon Blackwell's older sister and the owner of this room. I agree with your conclusion. Did you use logic to figure that one out there, buddy? Perhaps she intended to force Miss Sykes to confess. Actually, I think she had a much more horrific plan in mind for Athena. That's the implication I was picking up on! That was the vibe! All the more reason why she ain't allowed anywhere near her! The important thing is for you to solve UR1 and prove Blackwell's innocence. And then maybe she'll release the hostages! I'm counting on you, right? See that prosecutor and those hostages free. And I'll be counting on you in court to help me, too. Of course. I'll do everything I can to help uncover the truth. As this isn't an official trial, I'm more at liberty to be a little unorthodox. Well, you know, if you were literally any other prosecutor I've met up to this point in the series, I'd find that deeply worrying. But I'm gonna trust you on that one, my guy. Mr. Wright, are you finished with your investigation? Yeah, but I'd like you to tell the hostage taker something for me. I have to go to the detention center. I can't start the trial until I've talked to Athena. She's already given her consent. I'll accompany you to the detention center. So I'm still being watched, huh? All right then, fine. I'll see you in court, Edgeworth. Even if it will be an undocumented trial, it'll be good to face you in court again. Pretty much the dude I trust the most on the prosecutor's bench, I'll tell you that much. My goodness. Oh my god, finally though, can we talk to Athena, please? She was right by my side only a few short hours ago. But I feel like I haven't seen her in ages. It feels the same to me! Oh, Mr. Wright. Hi, Athena. And Pearly, too. I knew you would come. After all, the first step is the interview with the defendant. And because you're my friend and I was worried about you, you want to maybe take that one into your consideration? Thanks, boss. I'm not the only one who's worried either. Really? Who else? I saw Miss Woods today. She was so beside herself she came to find me. She told me you used to live in the Cosmos Space Center, and I'm really gonna need you to tell me everything about that. No wonder you knew so much about the place. Oh, so you know, huh? I'm sorry I didn't tell you. That's all right, but there are some other things I'd like to ask you. Sure, you can ask me anything. I promise I won't keep any more secrets from you. And I honestly believe that. All right, let's get to talking. Tell me about the day Clay was murdered. I was actually at the Space Center that day. And in the Space Museum. Right where the culprit fled to? That's not good. I never could fully deal with what happened 7 years ago. But when I saw the center again during the news coverage of the Hat 2 launch, I thought maybe if I went there, things would be different this time. That must have taken a lot of courage to face your past like that. I don't know if I could have, honestly. So I went to the Space Museum the evening before the explosions. This was before the launch pads had been switched. There was a sign that said closed for repairs and they weren't letting anybody in. Yeah, the director couldn't very well switch the pads if there were people in there. But I snuck in anyway. Did you want to see the Hat 1 group photo? The one with your mother in it? I did. But what I really wanted to see was her jacket. That jacket on display, that was Dr. Sykes? Yeah, okay. I was gonna say that it would explain the damage on it, but considering where she was attacked, it actually doesn't. But I should have known it wouldn't be easy to get over such a traumatic experience. The second I saw that jacket, it all came rushing back to me. My God. Everything around me went hazy and I couldn't see. I tried to get out of there somehow, but I guess I passed out. When I came to, I was in the passage behind the rocket. I was in the shadows where people couldn't really see me. Maybe you got confused and went the wrong way when you were trying to leave? Or somebody moved her. How long do you think you were unconscious, Athena? I was out until about noon of the next day. I didn't even know about the explosions. You were passed out for that long? When I woke up, nobody was around, so I just went out into boarding lounge too. My mind must have still been fuzzy because my memory is vague after that. I don't remember how I got home. No memory, huh? This is gonna be tough. Which means, what if I'm the one who killed Clay? Athena, do not doubt yourself. I think that's enough of that, Athena. Let's talk about something else. So, during the entire incident, she was unconscious in the Space Museum. Of course I believe her. But will anybody else? Well, if nobody on the face of the Earth is willing to believe the story, we're just gonna have to find a way to make it irrefutable. Simple as that. Alright, now let's talk about this. What kind of research was Dr. Sykes, your mother, doing? Machines that could tell people's emotions by their tone of voice. And my special ability. Someday, when people travel to distant planets, their companions will be robots. So, she said they had to be able to understand how their human companions felt. Wow, robots that can understand people! I was just a convenient subject for her research. All she ever did was work. She never paid any attention to me. Oh. I'm sorry. Sorry about that. Dredging up all that old stuff. No need to apologize. I guess her home life was complicated. She lived in a space center. Yeah, I feel like that's safe to assume. And that's not even getting into the whole, you know, graphic murder thing. Oh, by the way, Miss Wood said something about you always wearing headphones? She always wore these big, heavy-looking headphones. She said her mother made them for her as part of her research. I had to wear them every time I went out. I hated them so much, but she wouldn't listen. What were they for? Oh, she gave me some kind of explanation. But I don't remember now. It was too difficult for a little kid to understand. Okay. But let me say this one thing. I don't think your mother only thought of you as some handy subject for her research. I want to believe that. But just about the only things my mother left me with are Widget. Oh. And this earring. I was unaware that was going to be plot relevant. Oh, it's beautiful. Yeah, it's great. It's made of a piece of real moon rock she had for research. Maybe she did love me in her own way. I'm sure of it. I'm really sure she did. Because that's what I want to believe too. Ah, my heart. Interesting. I'd better ask her a little more about her mother's research. I should show her that paper I found in the robotics lab. Right. Okay, let's see here. The paper in the robotics lab. The paper? Must be this. Oh, the Ponko series. You must have gone to the robotics lab. You seem to really love Ponko and Klonko. Yeah, my mother made them and I grew up around them, you know? Makes sense. Oh, there's one of those cute little robots in this photo, too. See Ponko's bandages? I put those on her. I just wound them around and around. Pretty bad job, huh? But I really put my all into it. Hey, for your age, I'd say you did fantastic. I hardly left the center in those days, although why did you? I hardly left the center in those days, so I didn't have any human friends besides Junie. I didn't really understand the difference between robots and people back then. Understandable. I thought that if a robot broke, bandaging it would help it get better. What a weirdo I was. I think that's a totally acceptable line of logic for a child to have. Also, so you're saying, wait, they were injured? Looks like there's something written on the bandages. Yeah, I wrote stuff like, get well soon, Ponko. That's so goddamn adorable. But in the end, my mom just put her on the operating table and fixed her in a flash. Oh, that must be the thing that I made move in the robotics lab. I was so impressed by what my mom did. I even asked her if she would put me on the table and fix me if I ever got hurt. I feel like that would be a horrible idea. It looked just like magic to me, what she could do. A little girl who grew up around robots. She seems to have some good memories of it. So it doesn't seem like your entire childhood was bad or anything. That's nice. On a different subject. Did you hear about the person holding up the Space Center? Yeah, a little. And this person has even taken hostages? I guess I better spare the news about Trucy. She's got enough on her mind. As long as we successfully get through all of this, she'll be fine. We can tell her after the fact. Well, after some negotiation, we agreed to do a retrial of the case from 7 years ago. What? You're kidding me. So that means Prosecutor Blackwell might... I know he's innocent. I just have to prove it. So wait, did you know him back then? Yeah. He used to come visit my mom a lot. He studied psychology under her and would sometimes ask for advice on his legal cases. He was very kind and considerate, and straight as an arrow. Unlike now, where he's more twisted than a basket of snakes. That's why I took the witness stand during his trial 7 years ago. Yeah, I saw some ominous images of that. Please, you have to listen to me. That had to be so goddamn terrifying. He didn't kill her. His heart is screaming that he didn't kill her. I was a fool. How could anybody else know what I was talking about? She heard the voice of his heart. You were only 11 then, right? You were very brave just to give testimony. Pearls is right. You did the very best you could at the time. But... the music is hurting me again. Nothing I said did any good. I was a shaking and scared little girl, small and ineffectual. Even after I went to live with my relatives in Europe, I stayed closed up in my shell. But you're different now. You're always so bright and cheerful. Thanks. That's because one day, I came to realize that I had to fight. I couldn't give up. I exercised hard, and I studied hard. I wanted to become the strongest lawyer I could be. No, I need to know. I wanted to save Simon, but I had no idea how. Then I met Mr. Wright, and thanks to him, I realized that if I became a lawyer, I could prove that Simon was innocent. I also realized that psychology could help me do this. I mean, psychology was my mother's specialty when I studied it. I felt like she was there with me, supporting me. It's getting to me. It's all getting to me. Doesn't seem like Athena knows. The prosecutor Blackwell is due to be executed tomorrow. I don't think we need to tell her that, because we're going to be successful, and he's going to be fine, and everything is going to be just fine. We're gonna be fine! I wanted to prove Simon's innocence personally. I wanted to do it so bad. Even now, I want to fly out of here and go save him. Come to think of it, she said something like that during the Themis Legal Academy trial. She mentioned there was somebody she wanted to save. She did. I didn't realize at the time, though. She must have been talking about Prosecutor Blackwell. I guess that would make sense now. I heard some prison guards say that you had an interview with Simon. How was he? What did he say? Very, very, very little. No, I can't tell her. But how can I lie to Athena? He was doing well. He was happy about the possibility of being proven innocent? Oh, there's no way she's buying that. He was. I wonder if he smiled, like he used to, back then. Well, he smiled. I can definitely say he smiled. If I can't prove Prosecutor Blackwell's innocence in this trial, I don't think Athena will ever forgive me. That's unforgivable on its own. I just have to free him. Failure is not an option here. Yeah! Ah! I thought you might be here, Mr. Lawyer. We're in trouble. We are? What is it? I couldn't find a single open courtroom. They're all in session. Oh no, but this is an emergency. It's very difficult to interrupt a trial once it's underway. My phone? It's from Trucy? How? I told you I'd give you one. Oh, right. I guess it's time to pick one of the hostages. No, wait! We still have a little more time. Besides, all of the courtrooms are being used right now. Make all the excuses you want, but you won't get more time. Your daughter is first. Poor thing. She's a little too young to die, don't you think? I hate you! No! Don't you dare hurt her! There has to be something I can do. Cruelest injustice is about to befall us. No, this can't be happening. Mystic Maya, help us. Wait a minute. Maya? What about Maya? I read somewhere that you were holding a trial in the middle of an exploding courtroom. That must have really been something. Although weirdest part for the courts with... Yo, that's a good idea! It's weird, but we're weird! The courtroom blew up, that's it! There is a courtroom we can use after all! Okay, time's up, too bad. Any last words you'd like to say to her? There are a lot of things I could say to you at this exact moment. Keeping them to myself. Hold it! Laura, please don't add to the crimes you've already committed. So you know who I am, do you? It was blatantly obvious! It wasn't like I was trying to keep it a secret anyway. Clearly! We're ready to start the trial. We can hold it in the ruins of courtroom number 4. The one blown up by the bomber. Ah. What a wonderful idea, Mr. Nick. I never would have thought of that. An astonishing trial in an astonishing location. I guess it's only befitting. I'll go get the place ready right away. I didn't exactly pick the place for its astonishing factor, but hey, whatever. How about it? Are you ready to have your brother's innocence proven? My brother? Oh, I'm sorry. Did I forget to mention? It's not Simon you'll be defending? What? What do you mean? Not Prosecutor Blackwell? I indict Athena Sykes on the charge of murdering her own mother? What in the everlasting hell are you talking about? What? You'll be defending the little princess there, the one behind the glass. What? See you in that mountain of rubble you've chosen for our courtroom, Mr. Wright. What is she talking about? Athena? Of course. Why didn't it ever occur to me before? Athena, what are you talking about? If Prosecutor Blackwell is innocent, somebody else had to have been the true culprit. You were all like, didn't they say you were like 11? Did I kill my own mother? No, you did not. No, you did not. No. Oh, no. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. No way. It can't be true. Mr. Nick, what's the matter? I see 5 black psych locks. I've seen these kinds of locks before. Dark, black locks protecting a secret hidden deep inside a person's heart. Oh my God. And there's no way to remove them. Oh my God, okay. Okay. Athena's innocent. I don't care what anybody anywhere has to say about anything. She's innocent. She has to be. That's how this goes. That's how this works. That's how it's going to go. Facts. I don't know, man. It feels like I don't even have enough evidence to really even get by with the things that I was trying to do. Okay. As worried as I am, I know there's a way through it. There has to be. There's going to be a happy ending at the end of all of this. We just have to get there. It's going to be a long and winding and complicated and brain-hurting road to get there, but God damn it, we're going to get there. Okay. Get ready, everybody. I'll see you all then.